the National Football League, with Baltimore on the road for an AFC battle. They lead the all-time series against Denver 8-6. It's the Ravens and the Broncos. Next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Pushes past him. A strong running. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Fields. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the 50, here's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 6th season now, Dak Prescott.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On third down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Prescott to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they get the guard, John Runyon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Throwing on third down, Fields. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DJ Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Terrell Basham, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. A handoff to Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Here's Prescott. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. From the 25 on 2nd down, Fields. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Throwing on second and 8. Fields looking here for Smith downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. From the gun, here's Fields. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Saquon Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Fields. And that'll be incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Fields gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Back to throw. Fields. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graham. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Jimmy Graham. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Fields. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Rosa's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce.
Here we go. Here we go.
Always.
Here we go.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Now, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to push your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Fields. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. It's caught outright by Graham. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Fournette, a first down carry. And some room to roam now. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Nick Folk for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. To throw on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good. All the way home for the Broncos score. Damian Harris, his first touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap. Fields throwing deep for Galladay. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. To the air again, Fields. And he will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Allen Hurns, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that, and Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now James returning. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Now he's flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. And now it's 2nd down. It's caught. Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Fields. And left side here, it's Graham. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Off play action, Fields. And it's off the mark, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Fields throwing again. The connection made. It's Graham. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing again is Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now Fields. And that will be incomplete as well. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. Rosa's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He gets it complete to Harris. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Able to slither by. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them then on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The end result, 21 yards. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And hold everything here because DJ Chark, after that last play, went down, and he's yet to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Fournette once more on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Ravens offense back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Airing it out for Hearns. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. On second down, here's Barkley. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Rosas' kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. A second field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
Here's James. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. A first down throw for Prescott. It's brought in by Harris. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Prescott. Got a man. That's Richie James. And he will have a Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Prescott yet again. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott looking for the end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Leonard Fournette. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 90 yards rushing for them now on 17 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Barkley. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. He'll fire this one deep for Hearns. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. But that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap, Fields. And Graham's got it, complete. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DJ Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Prescott now. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Green once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's James. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Darian Thompson there on the tackle. 5 yards remain on second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's Fields. He finds Hearns left side. And he will have a Ravens first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Set him back 5. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 2. A little under 1:50 remaining. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Now Dak. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, here's Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, it's Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And folks, kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.